Hello YouTube, it is John O. Lance, back for my third part of Dr. Halsey's journal. I'm gonna have to start looking for other images to use because I am on the third and final official image of Dr. Halsey used in any Halo media, at least that I have found. Anyways, next entry, June 19th, 2513. I finally have my name. I am tired of incessantly referring to the Orion Project Generation 2 in my official notes, reports, and briefings. Also, the Vice Admiral hinted that rechristening the project would serve to distance us from the failures of Orion in the minds of the politico and military bureaucrats controlling our budget. I always bristled at the mythological Orion reference anyway. A Greek hero who was once blinded and met, in my opinion, a rather silly demise. I had Deja and Jordet. I'm going to guess those are AIs. Sorry, I maybe should brush up more on my Halo canon. Give me a refresher on military histories after many contenders. Praetorians, Lanskent, Immortals, Minutemen. I've chosen Spartan as the name that best represents our project's aims. My reasons include the 300 Spartans who defended Greece at Thermopylae is a well-known and cherished tale, almost to the point of romantic fantasism. Trust me, if you could have seen the movie 300 in your future time, you'd definitely say that. Within the military community, of course, coincidentally, the Orion Project Generation 2 was originally funded for 300 candidates. And, a little note here, there's an ancient saying, the beginning of wisdom is ignorance. So where do we begin to create the ultimate warrior? With innocence. Let's see. 2. The ancient Spartans' training is legendary. They started when boys were 7, molding them into the most fierce and feared warriors of that day. I will do the same. 3. Most intriguing to me were the eugenic customs of Spartan culture. Their babies were inspected for strength and fitness. If lacking, the babies were destroyed. Barbaric by any modern standard, though I wonder in what way the selection protocols I've authorized are any less excessive, any less cruel. That said, a part of me still wants to honor the sacrifice of those men and women from the original Orion effort. After all, the research from Orion has proved invaluable for my current work, so in memory of those who have gone before me, and with hope for those yet to come, I'll call this project Spartan 2. And now you see where the second Spartan comes from. The 2 in Spartan 2 comes from. And another little sketch with a note here. The Han, a diplomatic shuttle, I was told, maybe for the Laputan ambassadors. Good thing not claustrophobic. Laputan. Citing Goldwell's travels here like that checked. Since I can't... July 21st, 2517. Ooh, this has been a few years. Since I can't personally screen every candidate from the outer colonies within a reasonable time frame, I'm delegating much of this responsibility to my team while I process candidates in Sector 4. Oni has provided me with a diplomatic shuttle, the Han. Wow, Star Wars has influenced us 500 years in the future even. Along with a dedicated AI, Torin, and my young lieutenant to pilot the craft and act as attaché. Babysitting comes to mind. And there's sketches of him. The Lieutenant Keyes seems curious, intelligent, and also so far adept at keeping his mouth shut. A rare combination of traits. I haven't decided whether to recommend him for permanent reassignment to my staff. I'm not sure he has the long-range vision required to overcome the moral ambiguities of our mission. Naturally, he has no idea what we are doing out there. Here. Astonishing. Every candidate has exceeded the selection criteria and my expectations. Superior strength and speed, coupled with dazzling intellects and remarkable conjugative absorption rates. In another time, each could have been the next Alexander, Cleopatra, Hannibal, or Genghis Khan. One girl, number 058, engineered her own intelligent network at school to spy on the teachers. Nice. Number 117, for those of you that can't guess, the Master Chief, had an unprecedented string of 45 victories over 2 weeks in a brutal version of King of the Hill, walked away with a chipped tooth. Could this possibly be why we have King of the Hill in Halo multiplayer? Over a dozen broken arms, collarbones, and fingers among his opponents. Ow. Number 95, oddly enough, was never located. Some have suggested limited precognition recognition, but I'll believe in trolls under the bridge before I subscribe to such pseudo-scientific nonsense. September 15th, 2517. Last entry I will read for this part. Addendum. Retrieval Team Gamma reports that number 87 eluded capture for 6 hours. She dodged and sprinted away faster than anyone anticipated. Unfortunately, the girl came forward, believing it all to be an elaborate game for her upcoming birthday. This serves as a reminder of the candidates' special natures and how one mistake could jeopardize the entire program. If insurgent sympathetic media discovered our project, they would discredit us with varied populations whose sympathies we're trying to retain. We've implemented new retrieval protocols. No more mistakes. And that is the last of the entries I will read for this part. You can stay tuned for part 4. And by the by, this is going to take a long while. If you're enjoying these videos, please don't ask me when the next one comes out. I have a lot on my plate, and I also a lot of times try and practice the technobabble and a lot of the bigger words in it to make sure I don't screw up pronunciation during recording. This is John L. Lance, signing out.